Boom, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with you? You and you and you, and I can see you over there, and you. Now, y'all know what's up. Y'all know I ain't looking at you. It's George O. Vickers the fourth, aka Four, affectionately known as Four, to my family and kinfolk. George O. Vickers the fourth is my name, and this is the Four Show. This is where you see what I don't, except for today, where you see me, because this is trash day. It's Thursday. I know it's nighttime, and the trash already ran. I ain't got the trash can off the street, so it's not over. It's not over. You know, I be doing these trash days all the time, and I feel that I might be doing myself some real damage. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking to myself, but I'm making believe I'm talking to you. Now today, unfortunately, I will not be able to check out any of your comments or anything like that because, um, I left my keyboard somewhere, and that hurts my heart deeply. I don't know what the heck I did with it, but I'll find it, and then I'll be back in the house. But for this episode right here, we just gonna do different. Y'all remember last week we talked about kids, and I had a word from Kay on here, and she gave us some of her input on the raising of children and the young man who went crazy and got a gun and went to school and started shooting people, the little kid, and the fact that people didn't take it seriously, off the top. Now I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and just so, speaking of which, last time we had K, this week we got J, right? So last K, J, can you see a pattern here? Wait till the week after that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see what's up. But anyway, because I'm not gonna have that many different people on here. But today I have Jay on here, and she is going to share some of her insight in these things because I had a friend of mine yesterday who called me, and we talked for a couple minutes because her child goes to school, and somebody at the school, a young man at the school, was making like threats, like I'll come and shoot this place up, and it happened to be a little white kid. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say I'm stereotyping or that anybody's stereotyping, but it did come up and come out kind of as a stereotype. A little white kid say he gonna come shoot up the school. Don't go to school tomorrow. Because they'll really do it. So fundamentally, though, I see that the parents were charged with uh, uh, criminal acts, felonies. What do you think about that, Jay?
Well, I really
First,
think
say hey.
hey,
All right, there you go.
hi
Now, go ahead.
everybody.
Yeah.
I really think they really should have been, and I think if they had started doing this with more of these people, it wouldn't happen the way it's happening. This child's parents came to the school that day before he shot all of these kids, and they did nothing. And mom telling, basically saying, it's a joke. You can do stuff, but just don't get caught. Is what she basically told him. So until we get to a point where we are really looking at all kids, because not trying to make it be racial or anything, but if that had been a little black boy, they would have suspended him for those statements.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
would have been gone. So
Hmm.
that wouldn't have happened with him. And any little thing that they are doing, if we look at the number of if we look at all of these instances where we got these mass shootings in schools, you know,
Hmm.
the one in Florida, this is the one that got me, the one in Florida. When they caught this boy, they took him so he could get something to eat.
Yeah, that seems to be a trend that after you go shoot up places, they take you to eat. before you go to jail. I don't know that that's the second time I've heard that. Seems kind of strange to me. But you know what I was
Yeah.
trying to get to was this. Like I said, my friend was saying that the young person was saying that they was going bring a weapon, wah wah wah. So here's the thing. This is the subject right here. It ain't about this boy and all this stuff, but rights. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell you for real. I don't think kids have rights. Kids don't have responsibilities. So they don't have rights. Now I don't mean they don't have kid rights. They have kid rights, but they do not have adult rights. In other words,
Mm.
if you have a phone and you are making these statements and stuff, and the parent tells, well, I can't take his phone because I mean I'm invading his privacy. He's got a right to his phone. I think that's mess.
But
I think that's ridiculous.
what they just did is told this child he has a right to carry to have a gun, and I'm not gonna stop my child with his Christmas present. So this is the thing: we give kids too many things now, and it's a lot of things, you know.
Mm.
Okay, so these kids expect all of this stuff, and part of our problem in this society is when they don't get these things, they get upset. So they go take it out on whoever. We
Uh,
got to retrain the. We got to train parents to be parents. In other words,
Instead of friends.
instead of
And
friends,
I'm just
right?
gonna leave it at that. Because see, look, this ain't no David Horowitz type show. But you know what? Kids are important. I got a grandbaby and I realize that the things that I do, she does, and she not even two. Here's an example, right? We putting together her little canopy bed, right? Okay, so Net, she done lost her mind. So now she done bought this little canopy bed. It's cute, it's little. We putting it together, it take us forever. But we get this thing together and it's got like this extra little stick piece. This little girl get that stick piece and she act like she got a cane like me. She all over the house rubbing this stick on the ground. Getting her O&M on. You know what I'm saying? She's watching me. You know what I'm saying? So I just think
And
it's important that we realize that, they watching you.
that's what we need to recognize. We can't say do as I say. We got to lead by example,
Yeah,
and
because they
that's what
not
we need
just
to do.
listening, they
They're
watching
not
too.
just listening; they are watching also.
Yes, they're watching too.
And you
So,
can't tell me not to do something when you go do the very thing you tell me not to do.
well, that's all I'm saying. That's, you really can't do it like that. You really can't. I mean, I remember uh, when parents were, be all, be free with the kids, let them understand, but they don't have a reference to understand. They don't have your point of view, which leads me to the last story I'm gonna tell you guys before I get off this thing because I don't want to be on here too long. But this is one of my favorite stories. When I was a kid, my dad had this caddy, right? He called it Big Blue, and Big Blue was literally a huge Cadillac. I mean, I used to get up and walk on the seat and walk all the way across the passenger seat, all the way across the middle seat, all because it was a big old giant bench seat over to where Dad was driving, and Dad would let me sit on his lap and drive. It was like one of my favorite things. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember the big bullet in the middle of the steering wheel, all that. Back in the day. This back in the day. And they didn't have no seatbelt laws and none of that stuff. You can just, kids just in the car, standing up, holding on to the headrest. And if there was a headrest, I mean, just a big old bench. Um, but my dad used to let me drive with him, and he let me sit on his lap. And he had one rule because in those days the cars didn't have no power steering. You know what I'm saying? It was two and a quarter. You whoom whoom to turn the car, and then whoom 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 the car. The steering wheel whips back at like a mighty woo. It spins back super fast when they let that thing go. So my dad's rule was keep your hand out the steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? Because when that
Mm-hmm.
wheel whips back, it'll tear your hand up. Keep your
Mm-hmm.
hand out of the steering wheel. which was good for me because, of course, I was a little kid. I couldn't even see over the bottom of the doggone. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody called right then. I got it on Do Not Disturb. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the wheel will whip back. You know what I'm saying? That's when they had the suicide knob. So you could just put your palm on the knob and just, you know what I'm saying? You get that 2 1/4. Anyway, lesson with that. Since y'all at the ATM, a teaching moment, lesson with that. Submit. Submit. God is driving. You cannot see over the dashboard. You cannot see where you're going. You can only see the now. You can think about the future. You can anticipate that windshield. Let God drive. And keep your hand out of the steering wheel. Submit. Stop fighting. You know what I'm saying? Let it flow. When you pray for something, believe it. God is throwing the bomb. He's throwing the ball. And just because you don't see the ball, run your pattern. Coach will tell you every time, run the pattern. Your job is to run the pattern. It's the quarterback's job to deliver the ball. When you run your pattern and you look back at the quarterback, the ball should be on the way. And just because you don't see the ball does not mean it's not coming. Because when you pray for something, it automatically starts happening. But your faith, you have to be there when the ball gets there. And so, whoever this is for, whoever I'm talking to, you struggling and you straining, you pushing and you pulling, but you ain't going no faster. You like them people be in traffic, and you see them at the light. Time after light after, they just burning a gang of gas, but they ain't going nowhere. Stop fighting. Go with the flow. You prayed for it, it's coming. Don't try to change the plan now, because you scared. Don't try to change the pattern. Run the pattern. The ball gonna be there. Till next time I see you, may the 4 be with you.